Hi everyone, how are you? Today is Wednesday the 21st, and we're here. You guys ever hear that saying? Like, a lot of people will like quote it around the time they graduate. It's like, what a long, strange trip it's been. I feel like that's what this last week has been. And we still have the rest of this week to go. And it's not gonna get any less weird. I've been coloring some of the leaves, kind of warming up. Clearly, I haven't got caught up from our last stream. And yeah, there's reasons for all of that. But let's do our hellos first. Dervin, hello. Linda, hello. Dawn, hello. Natalie, hello. Kathleen, hi. Sakara, hi. Josephine, happy to see you. Yeah, I'm doing I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Hi, Mona. Hi, Kim. Hi, Kathleen. Oh wait, I said hi to Kathleen already. You got next one. You got next one. So I mean, we have. I got tea. I got stories. Number one, I've been sick, and I'll be perfectly honest. Although I am feeling better than I was a few days ago, I am not 100%. So we are going to do our best to go the 2 hours today, but I know that none of you would want me to push myself more than I can. So we're going to see how everything goes. But in the meantime, I've got I've got stuff to tell. So let's dive straight in because I want to try and get as much done as possible today. I have my handy dandy coffee here. So yeah. All right. Well, where to start? Hi, Dee. Where to start? Yeah. It's been. Anyway, it's been a whole thing. So I guess we should rewind a little bit because I know, actually, first of all, announcement. If you missed it in the community tab, between my health issues, which we'll get into a little bit, because I would have had to cancel Friday anyway because I have an appointment that day. But between my body being stupid, activities for the kids at the end of the school year, it has just been pure chaos. So if you missed it, I put it in the community tab for the remainder of the month, however long it is, and I'll extend it a little bit if I feel like I need to. So, I mean, we've only got like a week and a half left of this month anyway. But we're only doing Wednesday streams, so there'll be no stream this Friday or next Friday. So just file that one away. Everything is just too chaotic right now, and it happens. All of health stuff aside and every other chaotic thing that happens, the end of the year, like it's just, there's so many activities, like little Steve had a play, little Emily had something else, like there's so many things going on. It's kind of hard to balance everything, and it was the same way last year, so you know, it is what it is. All right, I need to be coloring while we do this. I'm looking for Easter green or Easter grass. Oh yeah, it is Easter grass. Okay. But yeah, so I guess let's rewind a little bit, right? Yeah. So we can rewind a little bit. We streamed, when did we stream? We didn't stream Friday. We streamed on Wednesday, yeah? Wednesday. So mother-in-law went home earlier that week on that previous Wednesday. And, or on that previous, then I streamed Wednesday, but then Thursday I woke up, so we're using Easter grass. Thursday I woke up and I did not feel well. And that kind of all tumbled all into just a week long of me just trying to recuperate. Truth be told, I've spent the last few days like in bed, just, you know, it's just a gnarly bug. Been to the doctor a couple times, just one of those things that I have to wait out. So that was just kind of like a constant going on while everything else has been going down. One of the other things that happened Wednesday evening, which prompted this week's appointment on Friday. So I had been crocheting a lot because I've been in the car a lot because the kids have all kinds of activities and whatnot. Hi, Carol. It happens. It happens. Just kind of power through, right? So Wednesday evening, obviously, like I said, that was the day that I streamed. I was crocheting a lot and everything, and I was sitting in the living room. And because I kind of explained this in the post, and there was something in my vision. Like, you guys know how, like, if you wear makeup, sometimes if the mascara is like a little too clumpy, there's something like weird in your vision, right? Or if there's something on your glasses and like it's too close, so it's kind of fuzzy. I got up from the recliner because I was down in the living room and I was crocheting and everything, and I had this spot in my vision. And I'm like, okay, well, that's weird. Let's see, we're gonna grab Lori Green. And so I was trying, you know how sometimes like if you got a floaty, sounds good, Don, how you've got like a floaty in your eye, and the moment that you look at it, it kind of darts away. Well, I thought maybe that's what was in my eye. Steve looked at me while I was trying to like pinpoint what it was I was seeing, because like I went upstairs immediately and I washed my face. That way I could get any makeup off to make sure that wasn't what I was seeing. Since I was crocheting, I thought maybe like a fuzzy of black yarn had gotten on my glasses or something. So, you know, I'm going over, I'm cleaning my glasses, I'm washing my face, and I'm still seeing this spot in my vision. Now, most of you that have been here know that I have a mass in my left eye. I don't know if I've ever actually showed it to you guys. Have I ever showed it to you guys? There's not too many of you in here now. Well, granted, people watch it back, but still. I'm gonna zoom it in real close so you obviously you can't see it. So, if you would like to see in the last couple of years, I don't think I ever showed it to you guys in all of this time. But who knows, maybe they'll take it out and it'll be gone after all of this. So this isn't the most recent MRI, but it'll give you a pretty good idea of what this is. So if you do not want to see it, close your eyes, because it's an MRI image, so it will show, you know, the inside of my head. I don't know, raise a hand. Who actually wants to see it? Because I don't want to just like show you guys a picture of the inside of my head and all you're like, oh my God. It really does. It really does. Yes, please. Okay, so anybody that's rewatching this and you don't want to show it, I'm going to show, or you don't want to see it, I'm going to show it, and then I'll let you know when it's done. They really are, actually. It's interesting to see so much of your brain that's you. It's always been with you, but you've never seen it. So I've got it pretty zoomed in, so there isn't any information or anything on there. Keep in mind, it is not pressing on my brain. It is nestled within my optic nerve, which is why we haven't like done a biopsy or taken it out, because there is a large risk with damaging my optic nerve. But I did tell Steve, I was just like, you know, if I end up losing my left eye, I could just, you know, go viral for being a one-eyed artist, you know, and I'm going to invest in like eye patches or like a bunch of really cool prosthetic eyes. Like, it'll be cool. Yeah, exactly. It's just hanging out. Okay, so if you don't want to see it, look away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. So that is my eye. It has since gotten a little bit bigger. This was the first MRI that I got done. But this is the little roommate that I got. It's super not fun. I don't like it. I don't want it to be there. So there's that. So the place where we are at with it, because we are, yeah, a little bit, it's big, right? Like I said, it's gotten a little bit bigger. It's grown by like a micron of a millimeter, not much, but you know, any kind of growth in that small area is significant. So eventually, if it continues the pattern, yeah, it's about the size of the front half of my thumb. Obviously not that shape, you saw it. But anyway, so we are at, I'm not even calling it. So we are at a sort of wait and see situation, because where it's at, they don't want to have to remove it unless it's absolutely necessary. So things that I am supposed to watch out for is like blurred vision, spots in my vision, desaturation of colors, which, given the fact that I have Prismacolors memorized, I will know when, hi Cece, I will know when things are off, right? Like, I'll know if Peacock Blue from Prismacolors is now like, well, not Peacock Blue. So anyway, sorry, it's hard to like tell the story and color at the same time, so we're just gonna chill for a bit. So anyway, I washed my face, washed my glasses. I thought, you know, surely there's something on there, but the glasses were off and I could still see it. So I was in the kitchen like this, and I was like tilting my head around because I can't see it when I look straight on. It's only when I look in a certain direction. Yeah, of course, I figured it's been going this long. Most of you that are here on the regular kind of like know what's going on. And I could still see it. But here's the thing. Being a woman these days, especially, oh, thanks, Josephine, especially when you're going to the doctor, there are a lot of times where for so long when you go to places and you tell them, I'm experiencing XYZ. If you're really lucky, you'll get a doctor that listens to your symptoms and helps you figure it out. Those are few and far between. Thankfully, I have a primary care provider right now that has never brushed me off, has never made me feel invalidated, like at all. And he's absolutely wonderful. But that's when we moved here. We only moved here like a year and a half ago. Oh, I'm glad. So anyway, leading up to that, there's just a lot where you have so many people telling you that it's in your head, and like, you know, you feel off, but all the test results like come back normal. And they're like, well, all your test results number, don't know what's wrong. And you're just like, oh my gosh. So with the spot in my eye, because I haven't seen it that much in the last couple of days. I know I saw it because I didn't know if it was going to go away or whatever. Being the person that I am, I was like, I need to go sketch this out, because if I forget, if it goes away. So anyway, I'm going to show you. So this is what it looked like in my eye. This was the best way I could describe it. So it was kind of like a football shape. It was a little bit darker on the bottom, but like blurred gray kind of up. And then there was a little bit of a line, which is how I could tell the shape. So I brought this with me because obviously when that happened, we made an optometrist appointment like the next day, and we jetted down there. And it was optometrist or ophthalmologist. Sorry, ophthalmologist. It was an ophthalmologist that I had never seen before. He was a man. Didn't know much about him. Steve actually came with me because they were going to need to dilate my left eye. And so we go in there, and you can tell when there is a vibe of, I'm going to have to work really hard to explain this. All right, so we go in there, I sit down, the guy comes in, outwardly he's nice enough, but you can always tell by their body language and their tone where they're just kind of like waiting for you to stop talking, and they're like, oh, you're going to be fine, it's nothing. So anyway, I started explaining to him what I saw and everything. And after I explained it all, he's like, okay. And I carry that. I mean, you saw it was on my phone. I carry a picture of that MRI with me, and I pulled it up. I'm like, because for whatever reason, like my current eye doctor place, they've struggled to get records over there, even though I've sent them like twice. It's this thing. Anyway, I always keep it on hand, and I show it to him, and his attitude changed like that. And I'm just like, right? Yeah. So it changed the moment he saw it, and Steve was in there with me, and like, he's heard me vent about how frustrating it is to not have doctors believe you or assume that you're hypochondriac, right? Oh no, very different. A cataract is when you get this like kind of cloudiness over your eye. And so when they remove that, they can like physically pull this kind of stuff out. Anyway, but no, it's different. So this is behind my eye. And the reason that it kind of looks like popcorn shape is because it's grown within my optic nerve. And so imagine if you took a loaf of bread and you wrapped a piece of twine around it and then baked it, that bread would bake around the twine and give it a weird shape. That's like the best way that I can describe it. So anyway, I showed him the picture. His attitude immediately changed. And then I showed him the sticky note, and I was like, this is what I'm seeing. This is it. Right? Because it gives me high anxiety because they don't want to listen to help. Exactly. And it's even worse when you have to go to them for like lady issues or whatever. Sounds good, Trey. Because it's like anytime you have to get anything like that checked out, it's embarrassing and you never want to go. And it's even worse if you have a male doctor and it's a whole thing and you're like, anyway. But so they, like I said, he changed his tune really fast. He's like, okay, so he looked and he couldn't see anything from his end, but he's limited to how much he can see. Right? Exactly, Cece. So much. So he looked, and as far as he could see, it like everything was fine. And like I said, like I am not seeing it right now, so I don't know if like that day in particular, like if there was more pressure, because there wasn't any pain. I didn't have a headache. It didn't hurt when like my eye looked around or anything. But if you look up pressure on your optic nerve, there are different little things you can look up. Now, those were all showing circles, but mine was clearly like a football shape. Right? Exactly, Durbin. Exactly. I am. It's super exciting. Actually, I haven't checked. Where are we at with that? We are at, yeah, 20.9. That's pretty cool. Except I've been in bed like all week, so I haven't been looking. Let's see, down to the, oh, I've got the number on the screen. Never mind. 976. That's awesome. But yeah, so anyway, he's like, okay, well, I'm going to look, and he didn't see anything concerning at the time. And like I said, I'm wondering if it's positional, or maybe I just had more pressure that day or whatever. Right, Dee? Well, and it was interesting because, it was interesting because, Steve was in there with me, and he just came because I needed a ride because they were going to be, it's weird. It's not as bad when both eyes are dilated, but they only dilated the one I was having the issue with. So it's just like, off balance and wonky. So it's like if I was like waiting, I was like closed one eye and saw my phone that way. But even Steve was just like, it was a weird thing for him to experience, like to see it. He's just like, oh, like, not that he like, you know, when I was frustrated because the doctor didn't listen, not like he didn't, you know, believe it or anything. It's just different when you're actually there. And we were driving home and he's just like, you know, it really sucks that it's like that way. He's like, maybe we should just lead with the, hi, Mr. Doctor, sir, I've never met you. Here's a picture of my tumor. Can you take me seriously, please? So all of that to say, as far as he saw, there's nothing significant, but he wants to send me to the specialty that knows more about these things and like would be ones to remove it. It's called oculoplastics, which I assume it's called that because it's somehow related to plastic surgery. I don't know as much about it. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'll be doing Friday. And after seeing like that, and I was already sick, I was just like, things are too chaotic right now. Like I need to move to, you know, we're just going to do once this week. Right? Exactly. Like you don't want a tumor, obviously. But if that's the only way you can get someone to help you, because the fact that it took that long for them to just find it, because it wasn't until we originally found it because I had a neurologist, and it wasn't until we literally tried everything in the book from my migraines, and I said, look, we've done everything from medicinal to natural to Botox in my head for like a year. Like we tried everything. And so I was like, can we just take a look? And then the insurance denied it. Amazingly, they approved it after the deductible reset, but that's a whole other thing by itself. Anyway, so yeah, it took a long time to get here. So even though I can't see, like I'm looking right now, I can't really see it, like maybe faintly, but I know that I didn't imagine it. This is another reason why I drew it, almost to convince myself, keep myself from gaslighting myself, you know? So anyhoozle, that's what I will be doing on Friday, and it's just been a whole thing. I have more stories, but we should probably actually color. LASIK didn't work for you? Oh, interesting. It's very much a coffee kind of day. Anyway, so like I said, I'm still also recovering from being sick, because that's super fun. But it's been chaos. But all of the health stuff aside, one of the other, I think it's funny now, one of the other things that happened. So I've been trying to think about how to tell this story without giving away too much information. We're actually just going to use Laura Green. I'm trying to kind of do these leaves at the same time so we can get them done. So little Emily, she has a watch in which she can call if there's an emergency. Now on that watch, she can only call whoever I have put on said watch. And that's, you know, grandparents, me and Steve, little Steve, like just family members for an emergency, right? So at some point yesterday, and keep in mind the story I'm about to tell you, I was doing this all from my bed, because I've just been resting like a lot. So anyway, little Emily texts me, and she's just like, hey, I can't find my watch. They had been doing some stuff outside, and I guess she had taken it off at some point. Let's see, we're gonna use hemlock. Anyway, the watch had gotten left behind, so she was letting me know. And at some point during the day, she was planning on going back to where they were to go search there, but she couldn't because they were in class. And so at some point while we were waiting for that, I got a call on my phone, and it was from her watch, and it was really garbled and kind of fuzzy and whatever else. And this happened twice, and it's all within this whole thing probably will happen in the space of like 20 minutes, right? So it turns out some boys had found it, And apparently turning it in was not an option. And I'm like, oh crap, they're gonna, well, yes, but also I did. So I got a couple phone calls. They sounded like it was a butt dial, right? Until they called once again and started, I won't repeat it on stream, but let's just say there were some not very appropriate things being said on the other end. Now, I had already known that the watch had gotten misplaced. And now, to my knowledge, some turkey of a kid had picked it up. And unlike the decent thing to do, being picking it up, turning it in, giving it to a teacher, like I'm not so naive to think that there aren't, some crap kids in the world. They thought they would be funny and make prank calls. So thankfully, it was only me and one of her grandmothers that they were calling. And like I would try and call the watch back and, trying to get someone on the end, trying to tell them you need to turn this in and everything. And they kept hanging up on me. And on one of the phone calls, oh yeah, it's, well, if it helps, they got a little, well, I'll finish the story. I'll finish the story. Just trust me, it ends well. It ends well. Right? Yes, it was so lovely of them. Like I'm in bed already feeling like crap. This is not something I wanted to deal with, right? Like, and here's the thing. There's not a lot that I can do about bullies. Now, if she comes to me and directly says, please help me with this, right? I will stop at nothing to defend my child. That is just how this is going to work, right? So anyway, these boys keep calling and it's just getting, more and more obnoxious. And finally, during one of the calls where they were like not saying anything or trying to be silly or whatever, I practiced my mom voice yesterday, which I don't actually have to use all that often. Sounds good, Trey. I don't have to use all that often on my own kids because not to toot my own horn, but my kids are awesome and they are pretty well behaved. Like it's yeah. Anyway, so on one of the phone calls, and keep in mind, this is a watch. It doesn't have, you don't hold it up to your ear. It's always on speakerphone, all right? So him and his little friends who are giggling in the background thinking this was so hilarious, can hear everything when I go on there. Now, I didn't lead straight with, lecturing or whatever, but when I had the opportunity, I demanded to, like, you tell me your name right now. And of course they didn't say anything. I still don't know his name, but apparently the kid was pointed out to little Emily. And anyway, it gets better. But so finally they call again. Like, what do they think? I'm not going to yell at them for crank calling me and having my kids like watch phone thing? Like this is her emergency thing. If there's something going down, she can get a hold of us and we can come rescue her, whatever she needs. So finally they stayed on for a little bit and I went into mom mode and I forget everything I said exactly, but the sense of it was because of this particular watch, I know where it's at. And so I said something along the lines of that I know where this watch is at. And I might have said, I will find you. Kind of like Liam Neeson. Oh, it was there. Oh, you want to hear it? No, it's too loud and I don't feel good. I went into like adrenaline mode when this happened. Like I was so tired after dealing with all of that. I'm like, I need a nap now. But I definitely, I didn't get quite as intense, but if you've seen the Liam Neeson quote, that was me, right? But I had said something like, I know where this phone is at. I will find you. You will turn this into a teacher or the front office or the authorities will be involved. Like I went on the illustration. Pretty much. It was my best Liam Neeson impression. And the boys hung up. Right, exactly. It's that sudden pump of adrenaline, right? Like I said, there's not much I can do, but I sure as heck can scare the crud out of these little boys for taking my kid's watch. You know, like, I get it, she left it behind, but the responsible thing would have been to take the watch to a teacher and be like, hey, I found this, right? But no, they chose to keep it to make prank phone calls and, you know, just proceed to be obnoxious and inappropriate. So after I lectured them, they hung up. And then so I called the front office at this point, and I told them, I was like, look, exactly, they should have turned it in. So I was just like, look, she's misplaced her watch. There are boys that have this. They are at this location. And at first the office lady was just like, I don't know that there's anything we can do. And I was just like, no, there is something you can do, because the moment that class gets out, they will be off in another class and we will not find them. I was just like, someone needs to go down there now and see who these boys are and who has them, right? Yeah, exactly, Josephine. So she did. She sent someone down there, but it was mistakenly sent to where little Emily was currently at, not where she was previously at, which is where this was. All right. And so they were calling me again while I was on the phone with this front office woman, and I got another call from them. And I was just like, oh, hang on, they're calling in. And she's like, well, do you want to go ahead and answer? I'm like, yeah. So I hang up, I answer with the boys. And they very sheepishly on the other line, they were like, so I found this watch. I think they were trying to pretend to be like another kid that maybe just happened to find the watch and not the kids that were crank calling everyone. And that's when I said the same thing again. And I said, that's great. Turn it in now. Like, it was my firm, like, not yelling, but it was my firm, loud, man, like I said, I was freaking Liam Neeson. I will find you. So, and so then they hung up. They hung up on me immediately. And I called the front office back, tell them the conversation. And while I am relaying the conversation to her, I hear the door to the office open, and she's like, oh, hey, wait, just 1 second. And, you know, she didn't put me on hold. She just held the phone away from her ear. And I hear this boy go, I found this watch outside. Like, he sounds right. If I wasn't sick, like, I would have gone straight down there, because I was just like, I'm feeling better today, but I was feeling terrible yesterday. I would have gone straight down there and walked straight up to where I knew it was at, and, you know, be like, absolutely not, sir. But to hear him in the background of the phone call, I couldn't have asked for a better thing, because I got to hear how sheepish and bashful he was. So long story short, we got her watch back. At this point, most of her classmates knew what happened. And so little Emily didn't actually see which boy it was. However, there were some other very helpful boys in her class who pointed out who it was. They're like, it was him. He did it. So she knows who it is now. But it was just hilarious, because, like, I wasn't sure if it was going to work. Honestly, if it had been an older kid, I don't know if it would have worked, but I just used my scariest non-yelling. I said no expletives. It was just very firm and very serious voice to get him to turn it back in. And he did. And so, because all of her classmates now know about it, and all of his little turkey of friends heard me, I feel like that's gonna be me, because I haven't told you guys everything, but in the last month or so, there was an instance in which I did need to go down there. I won't go into it, but I think it's safe to say, because she's been struggling with some bullying. I'm using sepia all year, but I may have helped to fix things a little bit, because, like I said, his little friends heard, her class knows, that boy got thoroughly lectured by little Emily's kind of scary mother. So I think at this point, the message has been sent that if you mess with my kid, I will come down not nicely. I mean, not nicely in like an illegal kind of way, but you better believe I'm gonna rip on them like, you know, they just got caught with their hands in the cookie jar after, well, you know what I mean. But the point is, I used my very intense mom voice, and who knows, maybe this kid doesn't have someone who legit scolds him. But it was a thorough scolding, and yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna be messing with her for a while. That's exactly it. Probably not. Like, I was full on expecting him to take it home, but like I said, I knew exactly where that watch was. And so when little Emily, she didn't know what I had told him. I'm just adding some shadow in some places. She didn't know what I had told him. She didn't know the full story. So the moment she got home, because again, I was just kind of sick in bed yesterday. Again, seriously, I was already not feeling good. And you mess with my kid, like... Right? A little bit. I mean, I know that there's like a limit to what you can, you know, say, obviously. But as soon as she got home, she ran straight in. She's like, biggest smile on her face. She's like, what did you tell him? And so I replayed it. And then, yeah, it was hilarious. Stressful at the time. I definitely needed a nap afterwards. But number one, we got the watch back. Number two, the message is out. You don't mess with little Emily, cause you get the wrath of Mama Bear is what will happen there. Like I said, there's only so much I can protect her from, but that one I could certainly do it. Oh, it's just they've been like these are just terrible children, and so to be able to I don't know, revenge isn't the right word. Vindication? Either way, it felt good to be able to help do something. And like I said, the message is out now. You don't mess with my kid unless you want to get significantly mom voiced at. Oh, man. So it has been beyond chaotic here. Like I said, the kids have had about a bajillion and one activities on top of being sick and all the chaos and everything else. Like I said, I'll have that oculoplastics appointment on Friday, and you know, maybe because like I said, I'm not seeing it as much, so it may not be as, the thing of it is they say that if you look up anything about optical nerves, like if there's anything wrong with your optical nerve, like you go to the doctor, like absolutely. So I don't know if this is enough to say, hey, we should remove it, or if it's just still going to be a wait and see since I'm not seeing it all the time. So either way, I'll get established with one up there. It's a little bit of a drive though, so I'm not looking forward to it, especially because I'm just not 100% yet, but... yeah, I don't know. When that happened, I was kind of like panicking a little bit, but then also, you know, if in fact this thing were to ever get worse, obviously it would need to be removed. But again, there's a reason they're not removing it. It's because there is a certain percentage chance that it could affect my vision. So there's not much I can do about the fact that it's there. It's really just, I just have to wait around until it gets bad enough that it needs to be removed. But, and it may not cause any damage, right? It may not cause any damage. They'll remove it, you know, heal for a couple weeks, no harm, no foul, and I move on with my life, all the better for it. But in the off chance that that were to happen, I've decided that I will take an incredibly positive outlook on it. I'm going to embrace it. You know, it's possible. It's hard to say. The issue is I just don't know. I don't know enough about it and how it all works to know what could potentially be the cause of it. So yeah, I just don't know. Like, it's not, like I said, it's not pressing on my brain or anything, but I just don't know enough about it to know whether or not it's safe. I only know what they told me. So, like I said, I have decided that if in the unlikely event, and this is not me manifesting out to the universe that I want this to happen, absolutely not the case, but I have decided that if, God forbid, there was some sort of complication, I'm going to embrace it. Again, I'll go viral for the one-eyed artist, right? But legit, whatever ends up happening, if I need to get eye patches, I could start. And I searched it up. There's not too many like bedazzled eye patches. You know, there's a whole market of eye patch customization that I could get in on. Also, automatic Halloween costume, pirate every year. One of those pirates will be Steve the Pirate. Or, you know, I'll get like a selection of those crafty eye patches. Yes, absolutely. I'll get some of those really cool prosthetics. You know, do like a cat eye. Or I'll get like an opposite color, do like heterochromia day. It's a whole thing. It is an untapped market. Aw, thank you, Durbin. Like I said, I can't do anything about it at this point. And if I'm lucky, it'll be nothing, and I'll just, hi, Sue. Thanks, Kara. It'll be nothing, and it'll just hang out with me forever until I'm, you know, 102. Right? Give Paul a matching eye patch. Oh, does he really? What's a new sticker on each day? I love it. All I'm saying, it won't be the end of the world, right? Like, I've had time to think about it and process it, and it may all be for nothing, right? They just take it out, remove it, it's all gravy. But I also don't want to be, you know, naively in denial, you know? Thanks, Josephine. It's a perspective thing, right? Like, it's just, it is what it is. And like I said, I'm really glad that I sketched it out. Like, it's just a silly sticky note. But like I said, it's really easy for me to gaslight myself, being like, it wasn't that big of a deal. You only saw it for a couple days. You're probably fine, kind of thing. But having this reminds me that I didn't imagine it, that I did see it, and this is what it looked like. And, you know, I don't know. Do you guys ever do that where, like, I can't be the only one that, like, you just try to convince yourself that it's not that big of a deal? All the eye doctors were like, oh yeah, this is a big deal. But I'm like sitting here thinking, it's like when you try, exactly. Yeah, that's it. Like, it's, I don't know. It's like you never expect certain things to happen to you. Like the whole meningitis situation, right? I know now there's a handful of people, especially in this chat, that have had someone in their life that has had to deal with it. But if when I was that sick, because I had been to a few doctors and they all just kept saying, and I know we're chatting more than coloring, but there's a lot to talk about. Yes, that's exactly it. I had seen all of these doctors, right? They're like, oh, it's a sinus infection. Oh, it's tonsillitis. Like, it's all, actually, tonsillitis did end up being an issue. I had to get my tonsils out. That's a whole other thing. But it was like, it was all these things that they were saying it was. And it wasn't until that night that I went into the hospital. It was like midnight. Thankfully, I had my best friend that lived in the apartment downstairs. She came up and stayed with the kids. But like, it wasn't until we had run all the tests and they all came back normal. And they're like, well, all we got left is to test for meningitis. And despite the fact that they did the lumbar puncture wrong the first time, had to do it the second time, gonna tell you right now, feels not good when they mess up a lumbar puncture or whatever the hell it was to put it in there. Oh, sorry, I said hell. Anyway, and he comes in and he says, like, this was before 2020. It was right before. It was still on the other side of the world at the time, because this was fall of 2019. And they come in, they're all masked up and gowned up and everything. And they're like, it's meningitis. And I'm like, what you been smoking, dude? You good? Like, you fine? that's a stupid thing to say, you know? Like, even though I could feel that I was so sick, meningitis was so unbelievable. It wasn't until like it developed into more and I was in such excruciating pain, I was like, oh, or even, you know, until they said it and confirmed it, I would have easily gone home and just denied it the whole time because it seemed so unlikely. And honestly, if I didn't have all the MRIs and the CT scans that showed me what this thing in my head looked like, it's just it's just so easy to convince yourself that all those doctors that said it's in your head or they chalked it up to anxiety or whatever. Like I won't again, I don't say everything because it is the internet. And although you guys are like that, well, you know, my besties, you know, everybody watches. But the point is I had to have a procedure that was really uncomfortable. It was ridiculous. Can't see it. It doesn't exist. That's it. It was an incredibly uncomfortable and just, it was a bit of a traumatic experience of a test that I had to get done. And long story short, the doctor doing the test, she was a specialist, and it was, like I said, it was a really traumatic test. And by the end of it, the doctor essentially blamed me, saying, oh, this just felt this way because of your anxiety. You should have taken a Xanax before you came here. And I burst into tears after she left the room, and the nurse was with me and everything, because I was just so hurt that she essentially told me that what I was feeling was my fault. And I had built it up in my head, not for the fact that the procedure itself could have caused this. Like, it was my fault. It's like the whole thing with headaches and migraines. People who don't understand say, oh, you just need to drink some water, or you didn't do this, or you didn't do that, or you, meaning the reason that you're getting these migraines is your fault. You clearly messed up somewhere, and this is why you're in pain. Yeah, Josephine, it was a whole thing. And so when I had meningitis, that kind of started the downward spiral of just, you know, the autoimmune stuff and everything. So the last, you know, however many years ago that was, it's just been this roller coaster of every now and then I will find a diamond in the rough doctor, right, Kim? And that's my current PCP. And I told him, because I went to go see him yesterday, kind of follow up with, you know, I'm not 100% yet and all of that. Can we just double check everything? At no point in any time that I have seen him, no matter what it was for, has he ever brushed me off. And I told him that yesterday. I was just like, you have no idea how comforting it is that you have never once brushed me off, questioned what I'm feeling, or invalidate what I'm going through. If it had been appropriate, I would have given him a hug, but, you know, professionalism and whatnot. But I did thank him profusely, and I was just like, I don't know if you can understand what that means to someone with ongoing conditions, to have someone who doesn't brush you off and who listens. In the ER, they told me to stop being a baby with only kidney stones. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's just, I hate that we have to have, it's like they don't believe you unless you've got like the tests or the scans to show it's true. And it's just like, I always joke, like, I need House or like a TV's diagnostician. Like, I just need one with me. Like, can you help this, please? Yeah, they were so wrong, right? It's just, people, man. Hi, Marilyn. Aw, thank you. It was like that, but he had actually been through what I was feeling, and when I told him how bad it was hurting, he didn't doubt me. Oh, see, when they can commiserate like that, it's absolutely wonderful. Like when I had my tonsillectomy, the ENT, first of all, 0 bedside manner. Let's go ahead and blend this all a little bit, actually. 0 bedside manner. And essentially, when I had my tonsillectomy, they said, all right, here's your instructions for going home. And if XYZ happens, you need to give us a call. And I'm like, okay, well, XYZ happened at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So of course I call, right? They put me through to him, and I get it. It's the middle of the night. No one wants to get a call in the middle of the night. But one, this is your profession. And two, you literally said, if XYZ happens, please call, right? Right, Sue? Oh, yeah. And so I called him. It's 3 a.m. He was severely annoyed that I called him. I explained what was going on. And he ended it with, look, I can't hold your hand. You just need to get over it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Needless to say, I went to go see someone, not him, the next day. And Steve was with me in the middle of the night there, obviously. And I burst into tears. And I chose never to see that ENT ever again. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Josephine. Like, it's just like, I'm sorry, you chose this for your profession? And this is how you treat your very vulnerable patients? Dude, defudge, man. Like, this isn't hard already. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, did I mention we were going to talk a lot today? So yeah, roller coaster of a week. Absolutely. Let's see, we're going to do hemlock, and I think we're going to do a little bit of jade. That being said, I took some pain medicine before I started streaming today, and I think it's finally kicking in, so I'm not feeling nearly as cruddy as I was when I was starting. So I think we're going to be able to do the whole thing today. Do I not have jade out? That being said, because I've been stuck in bed and I haven't really wanted to be sitting up, been playing a lot of Animal Crossing, and the kids love it because I'm finally updating my island. And it's been weird because I don't usually, okay, jade was not in here. I've always got some, I mean, I still have projects that I need to do, and I've got a long list of things that I need to accomplish, but I needed to rest, absolutely. And so Steve, oh, there's Jade. Steve had, he took over the kids this past weekend and for the last few days. And I hate to say that it was kind of like a vacation, because here's the thing. When I am not feeling absolutely terrible, like I said, I have a constant running list of things that I need to accomplish. But I couldn't do said things, and the only thing I could really do was rest. And so that kind of eliminated the normal guilt I would feel for not being productive enough. And despite feeling terrible, it was kind of nice to not constantly have that voice in the back of my head saying, you really shouldn't be sitting down right now or doing whatever. You need to go get some stuff done. You're a grown woman. And Steve was like, no, rightly so. Like, you're not allowed to get out of bed unless it's absolutely necessary. And so I was just like, oh, okay. So I have been pretty much a bump on a log for the last 4 or 5 days. And I will be going back to bed when we're done streaming today, short of when it's time to go get the kids. Off topic, do you have the 120 or 72 set of Starjoy? Can you show your swatch chart? Yes. So I have the 120. This is on my website, so you can download this. I know that the Starjoys, right? And I think that's kind of the mentality that I have a little bit. If I'm not accomplishing something, then I'm failing. Thanks, Angela. So I know that the Starjoys were in a specific color order for a specific reason, but I didn't need them to be in order for that specific reason, and it's easier for me to see them in order. So I made my own personal chart. So the one that has the color order that came in the box, there is one on there. Then there's also my updated version. So either version you want, but yeah, this is the 120. Yeah, and it's definitely always been like that, because it's just like, oh, I have things I need to be doing, or I should be doing, or, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I legit just rested and the kids enjoyed it. They are still on sale. The link for it is up above. Let me see what it is. It is, because there was a coupon. Yeah, so there's a 6% off coupon, and I don't know if you're in a state where you have to pay sales tax. So the 6% kind of almost covers sales tax. So really, it's about $25 for the set, and I like them. I do. I mean, they're the only thing I've been using because this page is taking us so long. But you know, life, end of the school year, all that stuff. But yeah, so like I said, I'm using Jade right now. Steve's been taking real good care of me, making sure I'm resting, all that jazz. Angela. But yeah, it's been an incredibly eventful week. Like I said, I'm going to that specialist appointment. Actually, I have to drive all the way to Austin for it. Because oddly enough, where I'm at, there are not a lot of oculoplastics. So I'll be driving up there to go see what they can see about my my eye, because it's bothersome. Like I said, I will embrace whatever happens to come my way in regards to that. But if I can keep my left eye vision, that would be fabulous. I'm trying to figure what part of this, I think that's the cracked glass and this is the green. But I suppose only time will tell. Hi, Britt. So, yeah. Again, I may go there and they may just say like, well, it's looking fine. Maybe a fluke. It's really hard to say. Like I said, there was a little bit of growth since the first MRI and the one that I did recently. But yeah. Yeah, I realized I had shown the image to Shannon once, but I'd never actually pulled it up to show you guys. I figured it's been a while now. And besides, if I lose my vision and go viral, I'll make, you know, one of those videos and like do the little, you know, how they like have their thing and then they like use their hand. They're like, this is what it looks like. And of course they just, you know, edit it in there, but be like, this is my left eye. And this is why I can no longer see. Oh gosh. And again, I'm not manifesting that. I'm just being practical and making a game plan in the event. It could be just fine. It could just be like, oh, it's fine. And like I said, it'll just chill with me till I'm 102. That's what I'll manifest, living till 102. Yeah, that's what I figure. Yeah. Don't forget to see the one-eye illustrator. I'm gonna be so famous. I'll get sponsored by like eye patch companies. Oh, that's good stuff. Maybe I'll invent some cool new glasses that only, you know, you wear them over one eye. All right, let's use a little bit of Midnight. It's a whole plan. Like I said, bedazzled eye patches, like it could be a whole thing. The question is, do you use felt? You'd probably want like silk on the underside. Emily's eye patch design, Pirate Illustrator. Oh my gosh. Angela, yes, if I have to go to eye patch, you know, Pirate Illustrator, I'm doing it. Absolutely. It'll be a thing. Like I said, I'll have my Halloween costumes squared away for the rest of my life. Just be Steve the Pirate every year. Steve the Pirate, the only guy on the team is dressed like a pirate. Oh, maybe that means I need to get a parrot or just teach Paul how to sit on my shoulder. That'd be cool. Look, these are the things you think about when you're stressed and you're already sick and stuck at home and mean little boys steal your kids' watch and you're just so overwhelmed. Hi, Emily. I'm doing okay. I'm just puttering along here. Keep on. I need to like make a shirt that says Dory's just keep swimming. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna keep swimming until it's time to go to the eye patch store. Yep, keep on swimming. Oh, it'll make for a wonderful story. It'll be great. Oh my gosh. Life, man. It's weird. Weird, but you know, we'll make it work. Best we can. All right, let's go in with our hemlock. Now, did I sharpen that? Let's give it a little sharpen. Exactly, exactly. Riding her shoulders, she call her a carrot, cat slash bear. Exactly. Life is lifin', right? I like that. Make that on a t-shirt. I'm just gonna have all these t-shirts with slogans on them. Life is lifin'. Right? Well, the amount of roller coasters this week, like, it's so many stories. So many stories. Why does this seem like this was darker than midnight? Maybe I wasn't pressing hard enough, but we are gonna, because like I want to get it as dark as this. Yeah, if you guys missed the earlier stories, you can watch them back after stream. But long story short, I'm seeing some things in my vision that's not so good, so I have to go to an oculoplastic specialist. I saw my ophthalmologist first. I gotta go to oculoplastics on Friday. And if you want to see what my roommate in my head looks like, I also shared a picture of that earlier in the stream. Because, you know, he's just hanging out. I don't know if you guys ever watch Family Guy. There's a lot. We haven't watched it in years, but we watched a lot when we were younger. So there's a lot of things we quote from there. But there's a line, and I don't even remember what the episode is, but it's Peter as a tumor. And he goes, I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor. Oh, I'm a tumor. And it's just this thing. And I'm like, this is my theme song now. Right, Durbin? Oh my gosh. Don't mess with little Emily's mom. She's scary and a pirate. Hey, and apparently people with one eye can still drive. I'll probably have to retake a driver's test. I don't think I have. He doesn't deserve a name. He stopped paying rent and like I keep trying to evict him, but he's avoiding me every time I knock on the door. And I could say, now he hung up some weird curtains and it's messing with the view. Weird partial football shaped curtains. Not paying. He's not. And it's friggin' rude. Like, it's just over it. Who has meningitis and then a tumor and all the things? Like, I'm over it. I am going to figure out time travel, okay? I'm gonna go travel in time to Star Trek, and we're gonna get a medical tricorder, and they're just gonna scan everything. And then, Ivan. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I feel like I want to make him a little hat now. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay. The artist in me is feeling really silly. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna do it on the sticky part. Okay. So, hang on. Here we go. Okay. We're gonna make him a little top hat. Okay. So we're just gonna, we're gonna do this. We're gonna make him a little top hat. All right, and then, oh, here, we'll use a little bit of red. He's feeling festive. He's ready for Christmas. Okay, are we ready for this? So we're gonna cut him out. Look, if you're not laughing, you're crying. So, you know, we're gonna make Ivan a top hat. So at least while he's chilling there, you can feel dapper. I'm shaking today, so if I also lose a finger while I'm doing this, you know, remember me fondly. It's a thing. The big reveal. Oh, you missed it. I showed it earlier. But now he's going to be all like happy and dapper. Okay. Hang on. Oh, over here. Oh, my hands are going nuts today. Like I don't got enough going on. Hands. Okay, those parts are sticky. Okay. All right, are we ready for this? Hang on. Let me pull it up real quick. Okay. Oh, you are about to feel so fancy. It's horrible. Okay, here we go. All right. Here he is. He's chilling. And then we're just gonna Look how fancy he is. He's so fancy. Oh my gosh. This is what we've devolved to. It's so ridiculous that we have now given Ivan all dressed up and nowhere. I know where he could go out of my head. It's his lucky green hat. Oh my gosh. Like I said, if you're not laughing, you're crying, man. I'll bring the hat with me. Here we go. I'll go back and I'll take a screenshot of stream. Hey, there's a lot of Irish in me. It was unintentional that it would be green. I just grabbed a rubber pencil, but it works. Oh, guys, I'm so tired of shit. Oh wait, you said I didn't read your name, but it's a lucky green hat. Oh, I'm over it, guys. I am over it. I'm ready for it to be gone and out and not just, he's the very definition of lurking. But now he's got a hat. Oh my gosh, I'm saving that hat forever. It's on my thing here now. Every now and then when we're feeling fancy. Wait, someone was at my door? Who's at my door? Somebody ring the, hang on. It was like 30 minutes ago. Who the heck was at my door? Clearly it was important. I didn't even hear a knock. Happy Wednesday, right? Hang on, I'll see who was at my door. He rang my doorbell. He's got pamphlets. I have a friggin' no soliciting sign. I don't know what you want, dude. But go away. I don't want a people. Yeah, wait, what is this for the tree on your door? Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm being so like unproductive. Sorry, I'm looking at all these emails now. Okay. Let's see. With my hip surgery, my husband asked the doctor if I got possessed by the cadaver part. I had to... Oh my gosh. Oh, the storms. Oh my gosh. There have been so many tornadoes right now. Like, it's insane how many. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're just getting reported more or something, but I feel like my For You page has just been flooded with them. Maybe it's because I saw one and watched it, and now it's like, oh, you want to see more about tornadoes? Is it like, did it damage your roof? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Britt. Like, I had a tree fall on our apartment once. I told you guys about it last time. There are more? Oh, more tornadoes. Yeah, I keep seeing them. Wasn't there one in Arkansas? I think that was the last recent one I saw. At least that was this morning. But I mean, it didn't like go through your roof into your house, right? Like it just probably damaged the outside. Also, hi from the interstate, headed close to your area today from my niece's. Oh, nice. 2 or 3 miles from you. Dang. I do find it funny, and I know we've been chatting so much more today, but it has been a heck of a week. There's been these videos of like people that live in Tornado Alley, like, you know, Kansas, people that are used to them, and they're like outside filming, and they're like, nah, we'll be fine. It's going that way. Everybody was like out on their roofs, standing there, just watching everything. No one's inside. No one's in a storm shelter. It's in the attic, but I don't think it is. Yeah. Were you there when it fell? Or did it like happen overnight? I suppose I can keep coloring while we're chatting. Let's see. Let's get some more hemlock. Yeah. That's scary. See, this is why I don't always have it on, because you guys would just be, I can't push it back any further either because you're like up against my window. That being said, today, so my window looks directly down at another neighbor's window. Now I can't see in there, obviously, like it just looks like a black window. However, I discovered today the neighbors have a cat, and it was sitting in the window looking at things, and it was absolutely adorable. It was a long-haired orange cat. I was like, oh, it's a kitty. Yeah, but it was raining and thundering, so didn't hear it. Didn't know until this morning. Oh my gosh. I know, right, Angela? Like, that's what we're doing. Like, obviously, those of us that have been here for the, you know, for the picture, like, we want to see it finish, definitely. But part of it is, I just wanted to catch up. Like, I've been in bed a lot this last week. Like I said, playing a lot of Animal Crossing, working on my island. Little Steve. I haven't had the energy to like play with the kids or anything. Most of the time we don't really like play. That's kind of Steve's thing. But you know, we spend time with each other and doing other things. And so little Steve got on his island last night and visited ours, and we played hide and go seek on the island. It's like, well, that works. He's already asked if we can play it this afternoon. And so all I'll need to do today, aside from resting, is just go pick up the kids from school. Right? Well, I figure usually by the time I'm on like part 7 of a page, you guys are here, right? So there's not like a ton of people here that we don't know, like, and talk to on a regular basis. So this is almost like the best time for me to show you guys, you know, the pictures and just chat, because like seriously, if we were all together, like we would just be catching up at a coffee shop. It's all good. This probably needs to be darker too, and maybe some darkness over here. So let's get midnight. Yeah, dang. So do you have to have people like come out and assess your roof, or is your dad and Brian gonna get up there and take a look at things? Like I said, when we had that tree that fell on the apartment, we had to, like, they had a whole crane system and they had to take it apart in pieces. Like, and in my naive thought process, I thought they were going to, words are hard. I thought they were just going to lift it directly off, but it makes more sense because it was probably a lot easier to remove it in pieces. We need to add some green to the glass because I know we did that before. Look this afternoon with a ladder, see if there's damage. I think the fence caught most of it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's real good. All right, let's use jade on some of this glass. And these will all get white highlights around the outside of them too. But yeah. Yeah, hopefully it's just like minimal damage. Replace a few shingles. Fix the gutter. But yeah, these storms have been crazy. We were supposed to get some weather. Like our weather, thankfully, has been pretty mild. Let me see real quick. What's it supposed to be like today? Fencing is, you know, it's funny, Angela. I immediately thought fencing, like, you know, with a fencing sword. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be all pretty mild. Ridiculous amount of humidity, but yeah. Raccoon said, "Hey mom, look at my new shade," right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I will be very glad when this week is over. Now my plan is to go Friday, but it's also a bit of a drive to go up there. So because that spot in my vision isn't constant, if it was constant and like getting stronger, I'd probably be more concerned. I might have to change the appointment to like next week if I am not feeling up to, because Steve will need to stay with the kids. And I was planning on driving up myself, but yeah, we're going to see how I feel. I may need to move it to the following week, but either way, I will be going to an oculoplastics to make sure everything's a-okay. Right? I mean, she could. she could do some fencing. Yeah, but I've just been really tired. I guess that's pretty normal when your body's recuperating. But I'm going to be taking it easy all this week, but I'm going to take that time when I'm resting and work on, you know, because I'm just sitting there anyway. I'm going to work on next month's coloring page. I don't know what I'm going to do for it yet. Like I said, I've been a touch preoccupied this week. But hey, aside from all the resting, oh, I was doing the glass. That's what I was doing. Aside from all the resting and everything, I feel pretty good about how I handled the watch situation. And like I said, those kids now know you don't mess with little Emily. What'd you say? You don't, if you mess with the bull, you get the horns. That's what it was. No. I mean, they might have heard a thing or two, but I haven't specifically told them. I've never showed them the scan. My kids are, like, I'd say sensitive, but that makes it sound like it's a negative thing. Empathetic, maybe. They would be very worried if I showed them that. And there's no reason for them to be worried. We can't do anything about it. And so that's definitely one. Like, they do know, obviously, that I have migraine issues, and they know there's a lot of days where I don't feel well. But I've chosen not to tell them. If they were older, maybe. But I think it would just cause them unnecessary worry. Because, again, it's just, there's nothing to be done for it, short of, you know, if we need to get it taken out or whatever. Or if it's going to affect them in any way or whatever else. So, I mean, they're aware that mommy goes to the doctors and stuff, but I have never straight up told them that, you know, mama's got a tumor. I realized I didn't do this here. In fact, truth be told, I even hate using the word tumor with it because I feel like it's like how I feel about calling it a migraine when I think it might be a headache. Like, I feel like when you say tumor, people automatically think cancer. Yeah, when they're older. And it was, when I first found out about this, I went to, yeah, I've got a visitor, exactly. I specifically went to a cancer hospital. I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm not going back there because it's too far, and I'll be honest, it's too expensive. When I found out that I had it, I mean, those of you that were here when this all played out know that I had a little bit of a meltdown on stream because I didn't know yet what it was, if it was cancer or, you know, whatever else. Because at the time I was mostly looking for an answer for my migraines, and the, oh, what's the word I could use? Not the selfish part of me, but I was relieved in a way when they found, yeah, no, it's not. I've had 3 different neurologists that are completely unrelated to one another, all confer and say that they agree that it's most likely benign. So it's not like they all conferred together. I had a neurologist in OKC, or he's actually a brain surgeon. He took a look at my scans. My regular neurologist took a look at my scans, and this hospital that I went, June theme could be picnics or spring flowers. Ooh, that could work. Yeah, exactly. Best not to scare them unnecessarily. Oh my gosh, is it still healing, Kim? But the hospital that I went to, because we lived closer to it at the time, was MD Anderson, which is a worldwide known cancer hospital. Now, I went there because at the time we didn't have any answers, and that's what my neurologists recommended so that they could go in, because I mean, this is literally what that hospital does, right? So I went there, and it was weird because when they told me that they thought that it was benign, we did the MRI, we had everything confirmed, it was frustrating to a point because I've dealt with these migraines for as long as I can remember. And untreated, they are incredibly painful. So when they told me
that I have this mass in my head. Just a bad scar. I was going to do a skin graft, decided he didn't have to, so needless to say the scar is not nice. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kim. To find out that this thing in my head was not the cause. I skin graft, so I was happy about not. Yeah. That it wasn't the cause of my migraines. That it was just something else to add to the list. And there was a part of me that was frustrated. When they tell you you've got this thing that's next to your brain, you think, surely this is it. This must be what's causing my migraines. What else could it be? And so, you know, I went through all these steps, drove all the way out to Houston, got a hotel, saw all the specialists, did their special MRI, which that MRI that I showed you, that's the one from MD Anderson. Let's see, we're gonna use the blender. You know, and they say, you know, go out there, get everything done. And they're like, it's not it. And I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. So it's just something else to add to the list? Like, what are the odds that that kind of thing in your head isn't actually the cause of your migraines? Your migraines are just there. They're just migraines. And it's like, this is so stupid. And so I felt frustrated. I really did. I was in tears when I left the office because it wasn't the answer that I was. Nobody wants to have one of these, obviously. But the fact that you have one and you assume, well, this must be it. This must be the answer. This must be what's causing the problems for everything. And then it wasn't. And like I said, I was frustrated. I was in tears by the time I left the office that it was just one more thing. Until for me to get to the department that I had to go to speak with the oculoplastic surgeon and to get to the parking garage, I had to walk past the pediatric hall, and it's MD Anderson. So you know why they're there. And it was incredibly sobering. And I felt terrible. How dare I be upset that this isn't the answer, that this isn't what's causing it, when those children in there are dealing, oh, it's okay, Kim, are dealing with something so much more tremendous. And it sobered me right up. While yes, it is frustrating, and I am concerned about whenever we have to remove it or whatever else, let's just say it put a heck of a lot of perspective on everything. And it has, yeah, I don't know, it changed my whole mindset about it, which is partially why if I go in, well, that is true, but there was just a part of me of, I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it, but it definitely helped put me in a better frame of mind of, I don't know how to describe it without making, I don't know. It's kind of like the whole, yeah, new perspective. It's the whole acceptance thing. The fact of the matter is, this thing isn't life-threatening. Worst case scenario, I lose the vision in my left eye. Yeah, worst case scenario, I lose the vision in my left eye. But that's still not the end of the world. It's hard to even say how long it's been in there. They know that it's been there a while, based on what they can see of it, what they know. They all agree, all the neurologists that have seen my scans and whatnot, agree that it's most likely been there for a while. So it's very possible that I have had this since childhood, and it's just been incredibly slow going. Now, things like autoimmune conditions, rheumatoid arthritis, Graves' disease, all of these things can lay dormant in your system for many years. The genetics for them because my mom also has Graves, and I would bet money that, and granted, the tests for it didn't exist beforehand. I would bet money that my grandmother suffered from it as well. Looking back, there were telltale signs. Yeah, exactly. Oh crap, where was I going with that? But yeah, so I would bet that she had that. But basically, a lot of these autoimmune dormant conditions that I am now struggling with can lay dormant, but then activated when something traumatic happens. Childbirth could be in one of those, because childbirth is hard and it is a big, tremendous thing to put on your body. But you know what else is a traumatic event? Meningitis. Because it wasn't until after meningitis that I started getting some of my symptoms. Now, that year that I got meningitis, I had had the flu at least 3 times. At least 3 times that year. Kids were both in school at that time, and they were bringing home a lot of germs. And after I got over meningitis, I lost a ton of weight. Like a ton of weight. I was incredibly thin. I could fit in my high school prom dress. And I just thought it was because I had a fast metabolism or whatever else. Like, I look back on my photos of myself then, and I'm like, holy heck, I didn't notice that I was that skinny. And as it turns out, one of the number one symptoms of Graves' disease is weight loss. And I just hadn't put 2 and 2 together. And it was after I had meningitis that I could not, that I, like, none of that weight, because I lost weight from being sick so much. Obviously, that's normal. But I never put it back on. And so it went like that for a while until, and I don't even remember, I think we were doing just routine blood work. And my primary care provider at the time, I'm using Hemlock, said, well, hey, let's just double check your T3s and your T4s, which are the things that they check for your thyroid, and they were off. And she's like, huh, that's interesting. Let's go ahead and check them again in 6 months. And by 6 months, it was confirmed that it's like, oh, okay, you got this going on. Hi, Julie. And so I wholeheartedly believe that my trigger was the meningitis. Because, I mean, you don't come out of that without some kind of damage, you know? I can't remember his face and doing me meds suppressing his immune system. We got malaria. They're laying dormant from, right? Oh gosh. Yeah. I hope he's doing okay. Hi, Precious. Sorry, we're kind of going a little heavy today. I know there's been so much that has happened this last week. I feel like there's a lot I'm still processing and everything. I'm gonna wait and see how I feel on Friday about whether or not I shift the appointment. I'd like to just go get it done and over with. But yeah, we're just gonna have to see how this all plays out. Again, they may say that it's not making as much of a difference, and that we should just wait it out until there's more significant symptoms. Oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so right now we're gonna get through the next couple of weeks. I'll go to that appointment if I can, and kids are just about done with school, and then I think we're all gonna kind of hunker down for a couple weeks and yeah, try and relax a little bit, because this has been a lot. We're gonna do green gray, I think. And I gotta be honest, I'm really tired. So, any hoodle. That being said, the top hat on the scan makes me incredibly happy. That was brilliant. His name is now Ivan. And yeah, he's just chilling. I mean, he's kind of like that. You've got a friend that comes over for a sleepover, but you're kind of over each other and you just want them to leave, but they're not getting the hint. That's what that is. That's what that is. I've been thinking about this page, and I know that we've been working on it together. No, he gets no treats. He only gets a hat. If I start giving him treats, it's like if you give a Moose a muffin. If you give an Ivan a champagne glass, he won't leave and he'll bring friends. Oh, no, absolutely. I want to keep it for as long. See, to be perfectly honest, one of the other risks is, I kind of left this part out. See, this is why they have to assess it. So how can I say this without grossing anybody out or making someone unnerved? If BLOOD creeps you out, feel free to mute or leave or whatever you want to do. But essentially, it is made up, the thing, because I asked him. I was like, what is this? What is it made out of? Like, is it filled with something on the inside? Like when they were saying that it was really old, I'm like, how can you tell? Do you like cut off a slice and count the rings like a tree? Like, how does this work? But, oh, thanks, Julie. One of the other risks, which is why they're keeping such a close eye on it, is if it bleeds and leaks, I could have a seizure, and it's not the good kind. But how like, it's like, because you say that and you think, oh my God, why aren't you going right now to get it removed? And it's not quite as easy as that because of where it's at, which is why they're keeping an eye on it, because it's risky to take it out, but also risky to leave it, if that makes sense. We're kind of like at this rock and a hard place, which is why when things change, they want to know so that we can make the most informed decision about it. So, oh, that's good. Yeah, so there's risk to leaving it, but that's why they keep a close eye on it so they can see for any changes. It's just super complicated. If it was in any other place, they probably would have taken it out. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard. I don't like it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Dee. It's this. Oh, thanks, Kim. It's just, yeah, risk factors. It's just this balancing act. So this, which is why even though I'm feeling terrible, I'll probably still go to it on Friday, because this I didn't make it up. I know I saw it. And I drew this specifically because I didn't want to forget that I did in fact see something. So this was different. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at it. Like I said, aside, the ophthalmologist did take because they'll dilate your eyes and then they can use your light, their lights to kind of look back, and they can see kind of your optical nerve. Yeah, exactly. And it's so easy. Like I said, I haven't been seeing it much. Like, even if I take off my glasses, I'm not really seeing it now. That's the thing. And so it's so easy for me to convince myself that, like, oh, maybe it was just a fluke. But it's a fluke. Like, I know there was something there. I legit thought I had like a piece of fuzzy something on my glasses. And it wasn't just like, I don't know. It was there. It's concerning. It's one of the things they said to look out for. So here we are. Guys, that's a lot going on right now. I'm kind of stressed out. Right? Use my Liam Neeson. You will leave my head. I showed when I told little Emily what I said to those kids. We showed her the clip. Right, and she is old enough to understand actors and actresses, and yeah, it is. To understand actors and Get checked if they ask you. Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, the ophthalmologist was like, oh, yeah, we need to get you in to see someone. I was just like, oh, okay. But after she got home and she was asking, she's like, what did you say to them? I told her what I said, and then when I told her I said the I will find you part, I pulled up the clip of Liam Neeson, and there's no swears. And, you know, like I said, I explained, you know, this is an actor. He's doing a job. None of this is real kind of thing. And so I gave her, you know, a little bit of the premise. I just said, this man, his daughter was kidnapped, and this is him talking to the kidnappers. So I showed her the clip, and she just thought it was the best thing, that's how I talked to those boys. Like I said, if nothing more, she will remember that her mama bared for her. And now those little turkey boys know, you don't mess with my kid. It does, Angela. And I have thought about if I, you know, wanted to go talk to a professional about everything, but I feel like I'd just be dancing around in circles. And I'm not, I don't know, maybe I'm not as stressed about it as I should be, but it's one of those things. Maybe resigned is the right word. I've kind of resigned myself to it just because I can't do anything about it. And so short of looking for symptoms, I don't know. I just don't spend a ton of time thinking about it. Yeah, exactly. Processing. So, and of course, you know, Steve wants me to stay as healthy as I can. So he is all about, as part of the reason why I'll probably still go, his work knows what's going on with me, and so he actually took some of his vacation time or whatever, and he's staying home on Friday so that he can stay with the kids and I can go to the thing. So hopefully I should be feeling better by then, because it would give me peace of mind. We're a therapy, so, you know, honestly, kind of, yeah. Like, it's not like we're out here asking for advice or anything, but sometimes just to talk it out and share it with people just kind of helps, you know? I went on time. It's 11:33. Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I've had a lot of time to think about it, to process it, kind of figure out what I want my game plan to be, you know? And so we're just going to roll with it, and we'll go from here. And like I said, if it comes down to it, eye patch, it's a whole untapped market. Could do, like, you know, I could embroider some felt, bedazzle it, add on some beads, and put like a little bit of silk underneath and sew it all together. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So I will go viral for being a one-eyed colorist with an affinity for crafting, and I'll just, you know, I'll rock it, right? I'll embrace it. It'll be great. And then if I go viral, that can pay for all the hospital bills for having to go have it surgically removed. I mean, we do have insurance and everything, but, you know, it only covers so much. That's part of the reason why I don't want to go back to MD Anderson unless I absolutely have to. While they were incredible, I swear I never had a doctor's, like, I know it's like a building, but like an office, treat me better. They were so kind and so attentive. Like, I was just like, this place is amazing. But the fact of the matter is, for me to go and have an MRI up there, between the gas and the hotel, the MRI, and whatever left I have to pay for the specialist, because there was like 2 different bills for who I saw. Anyway, it was a whole thing. By the time I do all of that, it's about $1,500, and that's after insurance. So if I can find someone here, if it does have to be removed, if I can find someone here that I am comfortable with and confident in their skills, I'd rather go that route, because it's a lot. It's a lot. All right, so now we're going to do hemlock. So if I can, you know. Aw, thanks, precious. Aw, no, it just takes practice. That's all. So yeah, if I can find somebody that is closer, and you know, we're near so many large cities in Texas, like, I'll probably be able to find someone. I am glad that I went there initially to get the scans, because their scans are much more detailed than the ones I've been to here. But that's literally, you know, what they do. They need to have them that detailed. But it's been a while now, so we at least have some growth to compare it to. But yeah, so I'll go see them, see what they say. They may just say it's nothing and we're still gonna wait this out, or what. So only time will tell, I suppose. Hi, Callie. Oh, thanks, Britt. You guys are sweet. Today, and hi, butterflies. Today it is currently 85. The feels like is 85. Humidity is at 39% currently. Don't you just love it when you go outside and it feels like you're swimming? I ignored my coffee for long enough. It's cold now. Oh well. All right, let's see. We were working on these ones here. The thing of it is if we can do one of these trees, we've already done some tree trunks. So I think wherever we leave off today, we'll probably start something new when we come back, because since we are just doing one stream a week until the end of the month, I'll let you guys know if I need to extend that. But as you can tell from the stories, things have been thoroughly chaotic, and I swear it's worse at the end of the school year. It's just, there's so many things going on, and it is really hard to balance everything. Ooh, nice, Britt. What's the temperature there? Just using sepia on this. Did you guys see, so totally unrelated to everything we've been talking about, do you guys follow, what is it? It's like Sailing with Phoenix, or Phoenix Sailing or something. Sometimes it's nice for the distraction though, because like I don't feel great today, and I did debate about canceling it, but honestly, you guys take my mind off everything for at least a couple hours while we're here. And even if I like have to learn, because you know, Suzanne, Barbara, Corey, they usually all only stream about once a week. And I don't want to stick to that forever. But when there's as much chaos as there is, it's just really hard. And I feel bad every time I have to cancel. It's like I look at the community post and it's just like, hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. Well, that keeps happening. I don't like to be unreliable, you know? Through all the place parties and tests in the last 2 weeks. That's what it is. It's like some of this stuff, like we just heard about it. Like what do they have? The Sign Up Genius just came out like yesterday for little Steve's end of the year party. And I'm like, oh, that's plenty of time. Currently 58, it'll be 69. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Is there any wind? Yeah, right, Dee? They're just like, so we have, not to mention there's like 20 bajillion. I know you've got a lot on your plate, but tomorrow's pajama day, and then the next day is dressed like your favorite sports team day, and also the next day after that is put a bucket on your head day, or something. But it's the amount of emails and phone calls. Like little Steve had a performance, and it wasn't until 11 o'clock that we knew he was doing it. We didn't have the information for what it was. It wasn't until 11 o'clock p.m. the night before that they're like, so the thing's at 8 a.m. and we're all like, I'm sorry, what? I do not like summer in Texas. It's too dang hot. But also, I am so looking forward to the summer. It's just freaking ridiculous. Wrong button. There we go. Right, Dee? Oh my gosh, I saw a video the other day of this mom being like, look, this is the most chaotic lunch I've ever packed you, but I'm not buying any more school snacks. School's out in a week. Oh, they're terrible, Callie. It's so hot here. It hasn't, we actually had a longer, like a cooler spring, but yeah, it's pure chaos. How am I doing on time? You know, we might stop coloring here. It's not like we haven't stopped a bunch anyway, and play a little, you guys want to do a little words on stream? Ooh, nice, Josephine. Yeah, Steve took the kids to the pool the other day, and it was, I didn't go, obviously. I was in bed recuperating. Yeah, and it looks like we didn't do much. I swear we did. But we'll start something new. We'll start something new next week when we stream again. So yeah, the rest of this month, just remember, no streams on Fridays. I will let you know if I need to extend that a little bit based on how I'm feeling. But for now, yeah, we're going to be live again in a week on Wednesday. But let's do a little words on stream, and then I'm going to go rest. I do not. I thought about it, Durbin, but I don't really like the dark stuff. Like, I don't know. If a page doesn't make me happy, like when I look at it and I'm just like, oh, it's cute, but also, you know, scary. I have so many books I haven't colored in anyway. Small Children 1990s, the school can get in touch with last minute info, right? Oh, it does. Oh, well, that's cool. There's definitely more shadow that I want to add. And then, of course, you know, we've got like the tree and everything else there too. Thanks everyone for being here. Yeah, let's do a round of words on stream here. Let's go to, well, we're gonna log into this first. Yeah, like I said, I know we didn't get as much done today, but yeah, we've been chatting a lot. I had the tea, I had the stories. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping to work on it off stream, but as you can tell, life has been kind of crazy. Now, hopefully this works. A friend of mine was streaming. Oh, I got to switch it over. A friend of mine was streaming this yesterday, and it was not working correctly. So, life be lifing. Exactly. Oh, one of Rachel Reinert's? Maybe. Oh, let's see. Hang on to that. Behind. There we go. Aw, thanks, Britt. So the trip for the summer is happening. I'll give the exact dates later. But we want to work it out that before we, when we fly over there, before we head to the coast wherever we're going, I'm hoping I'll actually get to meet up with Rachel. We talked about it. It's just a matter of finding the right time. So if that's the case, be on the lookout for some pictures for that. Let's see, we got base, use, got bees. So yeah, hopefully we'll get to meet up, which is great. Oh, pretty sure this is one. There you go, butterflies. Oh, X's, nice. X's, oh, what about Abe's? Oh, what about Oz? There we go. All right, one more. Oh, the music. I was like, what is that sound? Here we go. Mixing music. Sorry about that, guys. But we will have a house sitter, so that would be nice, so I don't have to worry about the cats. Swab. There you go. Ooh, look at that. Skip 5 levels. We are on a roll already. All right, onward we go. Right? That's great. Feral. Emily Illustrator gets feral when someone messes with her kid. Fuel. A ruffle. Fearful. Nice, Josephine. Raffle. Well done. Ruffle. We got one more. Oh, there we go. Met our goal. We got one more 5-letter word. Oh, earful. That was good. Let's see. What about clear? I don't know if that's a word. Also, these mics have been working out so good. I'm so glad that we upgraded. Flare. Oh, what about rule? Lure. There we go. Leaf. I know reef is R-E-E-F, but maybe there's some sort of definition that's R-E-A-F. Flu, nice. Oh, what about Earl? Oh no, we got Earl already. Rough. Let's see. Furl, did we get furl? Ah, there we go. Hey, that's pretty good though. That should get us skip 3 levels. Nice. All right, let's see. So far, we got Josephine, Sue, and Kathleen. And for that one, Josephine, Kathleen, and Durbin. Well done. Loofah. What is loofah spelled? Is it 2 O's? Double S. I'm going to try poles. Okay, what about notes? Noses. It's a fake P. Oh, is it lesson? No? How is lesson not the word? Oh, it is. Okay, it was just delayed. I was like, wait a minute. All right, so it's a fake P. Lose, lost, nose, noses. What about ones? There we go. Souls. There we go. Oh, singular soul. Oh, loan should. Oh, I was gonna say loan should go in. There we go. Loses. I don't think loans would be plural because that's L-O-A-N-S. Try it anyway. Suns, nice. Oh, eons, that's a good one. What about... I'm trying to think. We did loss. That's just nos. Ness. Oh, Noel's. Like it. Nose, nice. Slow. I didn't even know that. Oh, S-L-O-E. Just throwing that out there. That's great. Skip 3 levels. We're doing good. All right, onward we go. Okay, so C-O-M-E. Okay, so that's good. C-O-M-E, we need to clear the H, the T, and the R. H, T, and R. What about home? Okay, we need to clear the T and the R. What about... I don't know, because I'm not going to do tour. Chrome. All right, so it is a fake T. A fake T. Let's see, what about chore? Okay. Oh, ochre. I wonder if it'll do both ochres. Well, is there an ER? I think it's mostly just... Oh, put it in too soon. There you go. Try that again. Ochre, nice. We could try ochre with an ER, but I don't think that's right. Yeah, it is. Nice, Durbin. Okay, so... Let's see. We got home, hero, echo. Oh, core. More, M-O-R-E. Nice, butterflies. We've got one more 5-letter and 2 4-letter. One of those is going to start with H. H-O-R-E, is that a word? Oh, thank goodness it's not. Okay. Comer, nice. Oh, what about mech? It's because it's a abbreviation. Yeah, close enough. That should get us skip 3 levels. All right, onward and upward. Let's see, we got Josephine, Sue, and Durbin, and Josephine, Durbin, and butterflies. Well done. Bishop? Maybe? Maybe bishop? There we go. Okay, so fake Z. Fake Z and a hidden O. Let's see, Posh. Posh and Ship. Oh yeah, we got Ship already. Hips, Hops, Hip Hop. Let's see, Bios. Bips. Is Bips a word? Hobbs, nice. What up? B-I-S-H, B-O-S-H. Bish bosh. Oh, there's a word. Let's see. Hops. Bops, nice. Is it another S-H? S-H. Oh, no, S-O. Nice. Okay, so H-O... B-S? Oh, no, we got H-O-B-S already. What about... Oh, yeah, that's good. Oh, P-H-O-S? Like pho? Like the soup? Some hips. Let's see, Hobbs, Hops. H-O-I-S, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Alphabetical order would be after that. I don't know what that other one is. Oh, you know, I bet you it started with an O. Probably. But hey, skip 3 levels. We're doing good. All right, Josephine, Sue, and Durbin, and Josephine, Butterflies, and Sue. Well done. All right, so double E's are going to be fine. Tandem is what I'm seeing. Okay, not tandem. Mated. Okay, so that's correct. So we need to clear the N and the I. Mediate. Okay, so it's a fake N with fake N. Maybe it's an S. Mediates. Okay, so fake N. Media. I don't know what the hidden one is. Medias. Okay, so fake N. Teamed. That's good. Meted. Throwing it out there. What about meet? Oh no, it's the N is fake. Admit. Okay. I'm gonna try to maintain already. Aimed, nice. Oh my gosh, this is hard. Timed. Oh, what about tamed? Okay. Oh, that makes sense because I did mated. Oh, it's another T. It's another T. Oh, matted. Matte, singular, M-A-T-T-E. Oh, that was painful. Meditate. Oh, that would have been good. All right, let's see what the final scores are. Oh, tea time. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. Right, it's so hard. But then it's like once we get it, we're like, oh, yeah. That makes a lot of sense, actually. All right, so let's see. General overall was Josephine, Sue, and Durbin, and then Sue, Josephine, and Durbin. So they're both the same. That's awesome. That was hard. You guys did good, though. All right, let's go ahead and go back to here. All right, well, we didn't get as far as I wanted, but honestly, there was a lot of catching up to do and a lot of stuff to talk about today because, my gosh, has it been crazy. Like I said, as long as I'm feeling okay, the plan is to go on Friday, but if I'm still feeling terrible, then I will go next week. But either way, hopefully get to the bottom of it, figure out what's going on. Aw, thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I'll let you know if anything changes. Yeah, keep being awesome. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll chat with y'all later. All right? Bye.